Hey gang, PokeChaser here. Going to review with you who I selected to represent each Pokemon from the 11 community days to represent my team for the All-Star Challenge. Let's take a look. Alright, well we got to travel all the way back to January to start off with Stufful. And it wouldn't be a team without a Kyle on it. Yeah, that's right. Coincidentally, who I picked to represent Stufful happened to be one of the Kyles. You can see he's kind of happy about that particular choice. For Stufful, I liked his CP. It was really good. He had Rock Smash and Aurora Beam. Rock Smash I was really excited about because fighting seems to be a move that works very well against these 12 Pokemon. So looking forward to it being effective for me, as well as hopefully building up an Aurora Beam so I can get that off. Statistically, really good. Awesome attack. Defense, yeah, okay. HP also really good. So looking forward to Kyle, who is on the winter team. Let's take a look at how Kyle joined my team. Hey gang, PokeChaser here, coming to you for today's Stufful Community Day. We got some Stuffuls up on the screen. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, 780 right off the bat. I'm gonna throw a berry at this one. I like to call throwing a berry at somebody bribing them. And that Stufful took my bribe. Okay, there's team member number 1. Joining Kyle on the winter team is Hoppip, the one named Rotate. Rotate had really good CP. Bullet Seed and Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam, very powerful move, but I'm not super excited about it just because it takes a long time to build up. But I am hoping he can get one off, maybe do some damage with Bullet Seed along the way. His defense, really good. Attack and HP, not the best. Hoping that defense and the Bullet Seed will let him take a few hits and maybe make the difference between winning and losing. Here's a flashback to February when I caught Rotate. Looks like he just kind of got out of the storm gutter there. Let's take a look at that. 400, there we're talking. Alright, it's not a proper bribe. Oh, Kakuna. Batted the ball back. You just love it when your buddy pops the ball back. You're like, oh, but my guy batted it back. This one being my premier one here. And rounding out the winter team is Sandshrew. This one is Armadillo, the CP of over 900. Mudshot and Rock Slide, a move combination I think will do very well against this particular group of Pokemon. Not stellar stats, middle of the road, pretty much straight down, but I'm hoping the move set and the CP will make a difference. So let's take a look at how Armadillo joined my team. Little white tummy. Ooh, 900, there we go. And we always assume 900 is better than 100, which, it is, but, sometimes those stats can come into play. So I think 900 would still beat 100.
Alright guys, let's get this challenge underway by going through our 12 Community Day picks of 2022, and I will show you which of the 12 made it on Team Metapod for our Ultimate All-Stars Battle Royale. So when I was going through each Pokemon to pick our best, I was using the chart that was created to look at which types would be best, and based off that, and based on who we had available from us, it was pretty easy for me to narrow it down and to pick which Pokemon was the best for each month, except for a few, and we'll get into those when we get there. But let's get into it. Let's do this. Okay, so we created a tag here, Team Metapod. Go Team Metapod! And we're starting off with our Stufful. So we chose this 582 Stufful called Bump Set Spike. We said that because Stufful is like a big beach ball, and it just made sense. Rock Smash and Water Pulse are its moves. So Stufful was one of those that was a hard decision for me to make right off the bat, of course. I almost picked another Stufful I had, if you remember back from January, a Stufful that I named Curling Champ. I almost picked Curling Champ, but I decided to go with Bump Set Spike because she was a higher CP, and Curling Champ I was really excited to use Body Slam with, but it's better to have a water type move than a normal type move, especially with the Pokemon we're fighting against now. I feel like if we do not have a water type move on a Stufful, I would really be handicapping myself when we go up against rock type, steel type, or even ghost type Pokemon. So the Water Pulse fit much better, I felt. And definitely I needed to have Rock Smash. Rock Smash is just such a good move It's such a good fighting type move, and fighting is uber effective against Pokemon from this year's Community Day. So I'm really looking forward to using Bump Set Spike, and I decided to pass on Curling Champ ultimately. So these are the stats for Bump Set Spike. It's not awful. It's a pretty good attack and defense, not a good HP, but at least she can hold her own. So that's Bump Set Spike, excited to have her on the winter team. So let's refresh our memory and see what happened all the way back in January when we acquired Bump Set Spike. Let's get this challenge underway with our first Spheal here. Let's see, 582, looks good to me. All right, let's catch this Spheal. Give him a berry and an Ultra Ball. Yes, great throw. Let's see if we can get some shakes. 1, 2, 3, and the first Spheal is on the team. And here's the next one on the team. You might be a little surprised by this. If you remember, I didn't have a great Hoppip Community Day, so I went with our shiny Hoppip, which I named Guava. So our shiny Hoppip here, it's 210. It has Tackle and Grass Knot. Now, Toppip was another Pokemon that I had trouble with. I almost chose the Hoppip that I named Flutters. It was a really hard pick, but I ultimately went with Guava. Guava was a little lower, but it did have Bullet Seed, and I think Tackle would be a better move to have on a Hoppip. With Tackle, you're just going to have that repeated bam, 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 bam damage, and I feel like that would be best for a Hoppip. We'll see if that comes to help me out as we get in the battle, but ultimately it came down to I just wanted to use a shiny. So that's why we used Guava, and I don't think it really matters if I chose a slightly better Hoppip or not because it is a Hoppip. Also, I wanted to get my food name in there, which is really cool too. So if we look at Guava, it's a 0-star. It does have a perfect attack, which is really nice for that bam 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 damage, but not much else. So hopefully Guava can do something in the battle. I don't have a lot of high hopes, but we'll see. So let's take a look at when we caught our Guava back in February. Alright guys, let's get this challenge underway. Let's see if we can find ourselves a Hoppip. Oh, right off the bat. You know the rules. The first one you click on is the one that you catch. That's not including the photo bombs. Oh my word, it's a shiny. Oh my gosh, a 210. I'm using an Ultra Ball for sure. And a berry. Let's make sure this guy stays in the ball. Oh my word, look at that color. 1, 2, 3, and yes, I caught it. He was a 210. That is pretty good for a wild Hoppip because they can be really low. Wow, first off the bat, a shiny. That is really awesome. All right, next on Winter's team is a Sandshrew called Grits. So Grits is another food type name I came up with, and Grits was yet another Pokemon that I had trouble with picking which Pokemon to use. Now it's funny because I almost picked a Sandshrew. It was 842 and it had Mud Shot and Rock Slide. It looked like a great moveset to have, but turns out I did not use him in battle. So he was barred from use, so I ended up choosing Grits. Grits has Scratch and Rock Slide, which is still a good moveset, but I feel like Mud Shot would have been a better move for a Sandshrew to have, except for the flying type Pokemon, of course. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, Scratch is just like Tackle. It's a really quick move, does a lot of damage, and does build up the fast move quite quickly. And who knows, Grits just might be a better Pokemon than the other one I was about to use, so it might just end up being a happy accident for us. Let's hope so. So Grits here has a terrible attack, but really good defense and HP. So someone with Scratch, who I just want to get all that quick damage in, these are actually pretty good statistics, where he can last long enough to just keep doing the scratches, and you know, at 870, that's still not bad at all. So we'll see what Grits can do for us, and let's go back down memory lane to when we caught our yellow Sandshrew here in March. Okay, I'm not getting the high ones like I thought. Oh, there it is! Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. 870, yes! And click, yes! I'm glad I didn't settle.
All right, kicking off the spring team is the Alolan Sandshrew, Igloo. CP of 901, very reminiscent of his counterpart. He comes in with Powder, Snow, and Blizzard. Debated for a long time if I wanted an ice move for my main attack or a steel move. Back and forth for a while, finally settled on the ice move. It may deliver that final punch that I need to pull off a victory. Awesome attack. Defense, not so much. HP, pretty good as well. So hoping the high CP, the HP, and the combination of moves will carry the Alolan Sandshrew through. Here's a flashback to when I caught him. Let's see what we got here. 900. Okay, you know what? I am going to take him with a bribe. Oh, I got some golden berries. Really bribing. Okay. April brought us Stufful, and this particular Stufful is a little toughie whose full name is That's Mr. Stuff to You. So this little toughie comes in with Tackle and Superpower. Again, mentioned earlier, Fighting seems to be the moveset to have this time around, and Tackle I think will get me there pretty good, as well as doing some damage along the way. Defense, full strength for a fighter, I think that's a good thing to have. Attack, sort of middle of the road. HP, pretty non-existent, but hoping that CP of 991 is going to carry me through. I think this one, despite the fact that he looks like a stuffed animal, might be one of the differences in the tournament. Let's take a look at how I caught Mr. Stuff. Another 900, almost 1,000 again. Okay, let's get that bribe in there. Nice curveball. So we've had 3 really nice ones, a couple medium, and a couple duds. All right, half our team is here. Coming in the month of May and rounding out the spring team is the Alolan Geodude that I named Ivan Drago. Ivan is my highest CP across my entire All-Star team. Despite being the bad guy in Rocky 4, Ivan's got, with Rock Throw and Rock Tomb, I felt the Rock was going to do a lot better for me than the electric moves, plus the high CP didn't hurt. Really good attack, right in the middle there for defense and HP, so I see Ivan being a big factor for me in this tournament. Here's how Ivan was caught. 50. That is definite no interest. 1,000. Okay, I'm just gonna stop clicking. Come on, stay there. 3 shakes, 2 shakes, 3rd shake. Come on, you can do it. Good boy. That's a dude.
Now this is not the only Pokemon we caught in March that we're going to be using in this Battle Royale. Next on the list is Igloo, this 1077 Alolan Sandshrew. Very happy about this one. Igloo here is going to start our spring team. It has Metal Claw and Gyro Ball, which are very strong steel type moves. I feel like that will be very helpful. I almost picked a Sandshrew with ice moves, but it just wasn't as strong as this one. And I know I'm betting a little bit by not choosing an ice type Alolan Sandshrew moveset, but I think the steel will come through for me, and I think Metal Claw and Gyro Ball will do a lot of damage. I don't think I could have been wrong if I went with an ice or a steel type moveset, so we'll have to see. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake here. I feel like steel will end up being useful for us, so we'll just have to see. So Igloo here is a 3-star. It's very, very high in attack, defense, and perfect HP. So I'm very happy with Igloo here, and let's take a look at when Igloo joined our team. All right, I might need to catch that 500 now. Oh, yes, 1,000. Oh, yes, I am thrilled about you. This is one of the highest Alolan Sandshrews I've actually found all day, even with my own account. This is awesome. 1, don't run on me. 2, 3, yes, I caught it. Let's hope you're a really good one. You look like it. That really lifted my spirits so far. Okay, next up, I think this one is going to be amazing. Stufful here, our Stufful. I love Stufful, he's so adorable. But we went with Grizzly. Look at this, 1049. That is amazing. This was an amazing catch. Tackle and Superpower. I don't know how you can get a better moveset with a higher Stufful than this. I am very pleased with Grizzly, and Grizzly will be doing us really good with that high defense and a not bad attack and HP overall. This normal fighting type Stufful, our little stuffed animal teddy bear here with a little tag in the back, is going to wind up doing us wonders, I believe. Let's see when Grizzly first decided that he would no longer be a wild Stufful. Hopefully I do a little bit better. And 1049. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ah, missed. Here we go, that's better. This should be a really strong team, it looks like, guys. I'm really looking forward to this Stufful battle. I think we're going to be using a lot of fighting types because it's super effective. This is looking really good so far. Okay, I'm very excited for our Stalagmite, our Alolan Geodude here. He is going to be awesome 943. That is incredible. With Rock Throw and Rock Slide, he is going to be a beast in this competition. I decided to go for Rock instead of Electric because Electric doesn't really apply too much in this competition, but Rock definitely does. I feel like Stalagmite is just going to resist a whole bunch of moves and do a whole bunch of damage with Rock Throw, and I just cannot wait. Look at him. He is just pumped up, ready to go. I kind of wanted to go with I Crush Scissors, but we're going with Stalagmite just because he's going to be doing us wonders in the battle. Stalagmite here is a 3-star, perfect defense, high attack, and a high HP. Very pleased with Stalagmite here, and he's going to round out our spring team. And let's take a look at when we first found Stalagmite out in the wild. Very nice move set. I like that a lot. 943. Wow! I've only passed out a few Geodudes at this point. Crazy. Come on, Geodudes. This is just like Stufful Day, where we just caught him and got him right off the bat. This is very similar. All right.
Kicking off the summer team is Dino, and as fate would have it, another Kyle. When you got a Kyle on every team, there's bound to be a few in the All-Star game, despite the fact not being able to see anything with his hair over his eyes. So very interesting on why I picked Kyle. It's one of those things where when you're battling in a Community Day Catch Challenge, you're only focusing on one Pokemon. What's that Pokemon's biggest strength? What's their biggest weakness? As you know, dragons are weak to dragon, and having a dragon attack is everything. However, when you're battling other Pokemon, dragon might not be the move to have. And as I looked, I thought, I'm going to take a gamble on this one. And I know this is kind of risky. I'm going to go with a Tackle and Crunch combination here. I just feel that might make a difference. First of all, PokeStarters will be counting on the fact I'm going to pick a dragon move. He probably has a move ready to counter it. So I thought I'd throw this in the mix, be a little sneaky. Additionally, didn't hurt that he was 3-star across the board, high attack, defense, and HP. So I'm hoping that combination and kind of the surprise of a non-dragon move, Dino, might make some waves here. Here's when Kyle finally decided to stay in my ball.
So what was this one again? 885. Now we're talking. Let's get out a bribe. Little curveball going here. Let's see if we can get him to stay in. 1, 2, 3. And we have our first Dino. About a minute in. Well, I hope with an 885 he doesn't block this one.
And Starly, back-to-back Kyles. Starly seems to be excited that he was named Kyle. CP-wise, high for a Starly, but not necessarily one that's going to rock the boat, particularly when he gets up there and fights things like Geodude or Stufful. This particular Starly has Quick Attack and Brave Bird. I like Quick Attack. It's going to build up that charge move faster. Brave Bird is an awesome move, but it takes a long time to get there. Kind of like Hoppip, I'm going with the strategy that I'm hoping to get at least one move off and see if they can last just long enough to make the difference in these battles. Statistically, nothing to write home about. Attack and defense, not even to the first bar. HP, really good. So again, maybe that'll be enough to get, take an extra hit or so. Maybe do a little bit more damage to make the rest of the team a little better. But we'll see. Here's how I caught Kyle.
Oh, flapping your wings at me, Starly. You're supposed to be cute. Don't flap your wings at me. Uh-oh. You want a bribe, don't you? Now stay in the ball. Okay. My lead for the first team, of course, you know it's got to be Kyle.
And the final member of our summer team is the Galarian Zigzagoon, the one I named Ace. Loved the move combination he had there of Takedown and Body Slam. Thought that was the right combination to have. CP was really good attack and HP, middle defense. Again, just like Starly and Hoppip, Zigzagoon is not going to be one that's going to just come in and take charge. This is one that's going to have to do some, little damage here, little damage there, and then hope that the rest of the team members can make a difference. This might prove to be a little bit of a weakness for summer, having Starly and Zigzagoon, but we'll see how that works out. As you may recall, I had video difficulties when I was recording my catch challenge. Won't be able to show you how I caught Ace, but I am able to show you the review I did of him. Next, we've got Ace, my second highest CP across the board. I'm expecting good things from Ace.
All right, starting our summer team with Dino, and I chose Black Dragon. Black Dragon has Dragon Breath, Dragon Pulse, 2 strong Dragon-type moves. Now, I know Dragon is only super effective against Dragon, but I feel like that Dragon Breath is just going to be an amazing move to have. It's just going to do so much damage. So I'm very pleased with Black Dragon here. It's almost 800, which is also a plus. So let's take a look at his stats, and they are very good in attack and HP, which is what I prefer, and it has terrible defense, I'm not gonna lie. That's Black Dragon, and I'm very happy to have him on the summer team, because I feel like summer is gonna have to heavily rely on our little Dino here. So let's recall when we added Black Dragon to the team. All right, let's look at this one first before we make any decisions. 781. Okay, I like this one a lot. He's on the team, hopefully. Oh, that was a terrible throw. Oh, boy, there we go. That was hard. 1. Oh, don't run. Okay, shoot. Oh, darn it. There we go. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time throwing this ball to catch little Dino. 3, and at least it stayed. That's some good news. All right, next up is Starly, and let's hear the Starly cry. Oh, it's so adorable. Okay, so 533 named Raptor. Raptor has Tackle and Brave Bird. So actually, Starly was the last Pokemon that I had a really hard time picking. It was a really hard pick for me between Raptor and Soft Feather. So the funny thing about those two is that they were both 533 CP, which is pretty crazy that they were exactly the same. Since Raptor has worse stats than Soft Feather, Raptor is actually a stronger Pokemon at this level. So that's why I ended up going with Raptor instead of Soft Feather. Actually, earlier in the year, I would have gone with Soft Feather, no question, because I didn't really understand how stats worked back then. But since I've had time to learn, I feel like Raptor is going to help us out a lot more. Now, another consideration I had to make with Starly was that Brave Bird here, it has a 100% chance of lowering its defense. So that is why I also almost chose Pluck instead of Raptor, because Pluck had Aerial Ace, which does not lower your defense like Brave Bird. So ultimately, I did decide to go with Brave Bird and Raptor because I figured Starly isn't really going to last too long anyway, so is the drop in defense going to have that much of an impact? So I had to think of that, and I ultimately came to the decision that no, it won't. But since Starly might get one attack off, it's better that it's a stronger move, and that just might be the skin of my teeth. And I actually think it would be a miracle if Starly actually lasted that long anyway. I just decided to go with Raptor and Brave Bird. Let's go ahead and take a look at Starly's story from back in July. Oh boy, I need to catch that 300, it appears. Oh, 533! Wow! Okay, you win. You're on the team. Hello, Starly. How are you? Come on, stay in the ball, Starly. Stay in the ball. 1, 2... Oh, 3. Got it. All right, I missed that. I called this Starly Raptor. All right, the last member of the summer team will be Galarian Zigzagoon, and mine I named Zigmeister. So I was so happy I got to use Zigmeister on my team. I love this name. It fits this rock and roll Zigzagoon so well, Zigmeister does. Okay, so Zigmeister here as Tackle and Swift. I don't feel like Zigmeister or any Galarian Zigzagoon is gonna last too long out there. So I feel like Tackle and Swift is probably the best moveset you could have on a Galarian Zigzagoon. This guy has 2 stars, a perfect attack, which is awesome, a pretty good defense, and an alright HP. So not a bad moveset or stats for our Zigzagoon here, and I feel like he's gonna try his best. Isn't that right, Galarian Zigzagoon? Zigmeister? Yes, I think so too. So let's take a look at when he decided to support Team Metapod. I have about 5 minutes to replace the 2 double digits Ziggies I have. I can't tell, is this Ziggy? Yes, he is. Wrong Ziggy. This one. 328. Oh yeah. That is definitely replacing one of my double digits. If this one stays, hopefully, come on, stay, yes. Okay, very cool.
All right, kicking off the final team, fall, is Little Rockard. And Little Rockard had a very high CP. Doesn't hurt that, let's face it, he's shiny, and shinies are cool. Smackdown and Bulldoze, again, rock and ground type moves I think will do well against his opponents. only 1 star, almost no attack, high defense and HP. So I'm hoping that combination with the CP and the moves going to stack up pretty good against PokeStarters' team. Of course, shinies are always special, so let's take a look at how he got on my team. So far, that's 600, still looking like it was a go. Oh, a shiny! Remember, shinies don't count unless I choose to. Let's see here. And 3. Click. All right, a shiny 800. You can't do better than that, I'll tell you that much. Next up for October, it was Litwick. And the one I selected for my team was named Flame. This is an interesting selection because while Flame was not necessarily one of the best ones to fight other Litwick, because his moveset is Ember and Flame Charge, I think that particular moveset is going to make him perfect for the All-Star game. As you know, having a Ghost move, not something that's super promising to have as you battle other types besides Litwicks. Felt that this move combination was gonna provide that extra punch I need. Again, no attack and HP, but really good defense. I'm thinking the move combination and the high CP will be effective. Here's how Flame joined my team. Let's see what we can find here. Okay, here's another Litwick. 709, all right, that sounds promising. Let's give him the bribe and the ball. Okay, and we are in. 1 down as my first Litwick in my Pokédex. And our final member, not only of the All-Star team, but the final one for the fall team, is Teddiursa. And this particular one is named Honey. Honey comes in with the second highest CP on my All-Star team, second only to the Alolan Geodude. You're going to probably look at this move and go, wait a minute, just a moment ago you didn't like ghost moves. I don't. This is another one of those gambles. Lick does not do a lot of damage, as you know, particularly to other Pokemon. Against Litwick will do very well, but against the others not so much. But where I see this being the move and why I'm kind of gambling with this one is Lick gets to cross chop far faster. And I'm hoping that will A, kill shields, and B, once shields are gone, that cross chop move, that fighting move, as I mentioned, fighting seems to be the move to have this time around. That's going to do it for me. Statistically, 1 star, again, great defense, which I think is good for a fighter. Low attack and HP, not terrible, but not the best it could have been. Hoping that that CP and that moveset with Lick there is going to do it for me. Here's how Honey was caught recently. Hey gang, Pokechaser here. Let's see what we can do here for these Teddiursa. Oh, 1,000 right off the bat. Here we go. All right. 1,000 Teddiursa. Hopefully he's got Scratch and not Lick. Lick's not necessarily the best move to get right now. I got Lick. I jinxed myself, didn't I? Alright gang, these are the 12. The Kakuna All-Stars are all ready. They've been assigned to their teams, and they're ready to do battle against PokeStarters. Let's see how they do.
All right, starting our last and final team, our fall team, is our Roggenrola named Noggin. With Smackdown and Bulldoze. This is the best moveset Roggenrola can have. And I am so excited I get to use one with an 820 CP. This Roggenrola is really good stat-wise, except for the attack. Perfect HP, really good defense, not a good attack, but hopefully Smackdown, just being a really good rock-type move, will make up for that bad attack. And 820, I'm very excited to use Noggin here, and will help us out tremendously. So let's take a look at when our Pokeball first hit the noggin of Noggin. 46. Okay. Oh, I'm going to pass on that. 46. Thank you very much. Oh, yes. 820. Oh, boy. Oh, please stay. Please stay. This is going to turn around for me. Come on, Roggenrola. Rock and rollin' around these parts. Come on. Yes. We got this, Metapod. I feel it in our bones. Oh man, I hope I can use this one. Alright, continuing our fall team. Our Litwick, there was no competition. Cupcake was the Litwick to choose. She was the only one that was above 700, super high, and it had Ember and Flame Charge. That's the best moveset for a Litwick, especially when you're fighting a lot of normal types, like we are in this challenge. I am very pleased and happy we got to use Cupcake, and I love Cupcake, not only because it's a food name, but because it just fits Litwick so well. Litwick here is pretty good for a 0 star. It has good attack and a really good HP. no defense. That's kind of depressing. Hopefully that won't come back to bite us. But she will resist fighting and normal type moves, which is amazing because Litwick is truly the only Pokemon who benefits from everyone else being weak to fighting. So Litwick is very useful when it comes to this challenge because it will resist what everyone's building up for in fighting. So really excited to have Cupcake here. And let's remember when we caught Cupcake back in October during the Festival of Lights. We got this Litwick. We got 4 more to catch. 746. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yes. I feel incredible about these Litwick. All right. Oh yeah, awesome. That's what I'm talking about. All right, now we've reached our final Pokemon to cover in our Battle Royale All-Stars with Teddiursa rounding out the challenge and the fall team. And I chose for our Teddiursa Eclipse, 921 CP, Scratch and Cross Chop. This is the moveset to have, I feel. I didn't have a chance to decide between Scratch and Lick, which is going to be interesting which moveset the Pokechaser decides to have. But I went with Scratch because that was all I had. So Eclipse here is a really strong Teddiursa, and these low stats mean that it will be very good for us because it's that much stronger. It's almost 100% basically, based on what these stats show. That really high attack, along with Scratch, and if I can get to Cross Chop, will be amazing. So I'm really looking forward to using Eclipse here, and it wasn't that long ago when we added Eclipse to the squad, but let's go ahead and take a look at that now. I'd rather the 600, but let's keep... Ooh, I got a medal! Catch 2,000 Pokemon, everybody. Alright, let's find more Teddiursa. Gotta stick... Oh my word! 921! Wow, I was just about to say we have to stick around this gym. That means we're getting other 900s. Oh, I've been missing all day, guys. Oh... Yes! Metapod! Let's do it! Thank you, Metapod. Wow. This would be a boon to the team. Yes! Got it. I'm loving this so far. Scratch, yes. All right, we are all set and ready to go with our Team Metapod champions of each community day. Here's a list of all 12. And it's funny because the Sandshrews I actually caught out of order according to the recent date. But we have our winter, spring, summer, and fall teams. And we are ready to go into battles with Pokechaser. Let's get to this. We have tons of battles to come, and it's super exciting. Let's do this, guys. See you there.